Hey, Eden.
Hey, Rahama, what you got there?
Oh, this, my bunny and some eggs.
What for?
It's Easter tomorrow. Hello.
You know what my dad told me when I was really, really young, like last year? The truth about Easter. Did you know Easter has nothing to do about Jesus? People like to say that, but it has more to do about a bad queen who wanted to be worshipped and made up a fake story about bunnies and eggs and how they would please God. And all you need to please God is a servant's heart. And my brother told me that today's musical is about a queen who wasn't selfish but courageous. Can you believe that?
Wow, for reals? Here it is.
Yeah, here it is. Everybody take out your bulletins and you can read the truth about Easter. Don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget.
And the king loved Esther above all the women, so he made her queen and proclaimed a holiday in Susa and throughout all Persia, as noted by Xerox the scribe.
Hurry, everybody! The king and queen have almost reached the palace.
Hey, why don't you join the celebration? It's really not a holiday for me, because the scribe has to record everything that happened, but that means anything you need to know is right here in my book, the Royal Record. So come on! Now, let me give you some of the backgrounds to our story. Persia is ruled by Xerxes, to whom we all bow and curtsy. The king was so lifeless because he was lifeless, some thought he might go Xerxes.
The king was so lifeless because he was lifeless. Some thought he might go Xerxes.
We started a search for his bride in Susa and his countryside. When we met Esther, we knew he requested her over the rest who applied.
When they met Esther, they knew he requested her over the rest who applied. Esther Day, not tomorrow or yesterday. A big parade, a holiday today. Esther Day, the queen is seen in her best array. One so beautiful, sweet and dutiful. Today is Esther Day.
What can you tell us, Your Highness?
For this all that she does, all that she can, for his love and God's love possess her. So Esther was brought to the king, and his heart went ring-a-ding-ding. Now she's Queen Esther, and I'm sure you guessed, her highness is what we all see.
No, Queen Esther, I'm sure you guessed.
I would like to thank everyone for your love and good wishes.
All right, let's party!
That is Xerxes. The king lives in the fast lane, go, go, go. And when it comes to advice, he goes to his new advisor, Haman. Yeah, black.
Your Majesty.
Haman, my man!
Xerox, I hope you're recording that Haman has far too much influence over the king.
Queen Esther, you know I'll do anything for you.
Look how everyone bows to him, everyone except my cousin Mordecai.
Yes, Your Highness.
I'll see you around the palace.
Wow, if there's God, Queen Esther must have been when he had mind when he created women.
No wonder everybody in Susa loves her. Such an obedient girl.
You can quote us on that.
Which one of the scribes are you?
Xerox, and you are?
I'm a Susan, and so is she.
Call me Susie, and this is Sue. Sue?
That's right, a boy named Sue.
Oh, yes. Since we're from here in the city of Susa, we call ourselves
The Susans!
And we're so proud of our own Esther becoming queen.
You're Esther.
Oh, yes, she is Jewish, just like us. But Mordecai, well, here he comes now. Told her to keep it a secret for when she went into the palace.
These Persians think they're better than us.
Some even hate us. And nobody hates God's children more than Haman.
Yuck, black.
Now, through faith, anyone can become God's child.
Mordecai, this is Xerox. He's copying things down about Esther.
And about us.
I see.
And you say you call yourselves God's children?
Yes, we even have our own book, but it's not a record of what we do and say, but what God has said and done for us.
From the creation of man to a Messiah to save all men. And women. Till then, we must live by God's laws and love Him with all of our hearts. As our book says, God's eyes range throughout the earth to strengthen those hearts are fully committed to Him. I'm God's girl, with God's eyes. Search the world, He'll see His beauty.
So if Haman knew Esther was God's child, he'd hate her too?
Oh, yes. Esther has the king's heart, but Haman has the king's ear. Xerxes will do just about anything Haman says.
Look, Haman is entering the palace. You better run.
You better bow.
I'm not so sure about that now.
Such a nice boy.
State your name and purpose for entering the palace.
I am Haman.
Yeah, blah.
Well, according to our unofficial royal rulebook, anyone who enters the king's palace without being invited will be put to death. Security reasons. You understand?
And do you think these rules apply to me? Surely you jest.
Do I look like a court jester? And my name's not Shirley.
Yo, Haman, is that you, bro?
Yes, Your Highness, may I?
The magic words.
Pardon me, if it pleases the king, may I enter?
Well, okay. And Xerox, you come too.
Yes, sir.
Haman, my man, bow down and tell me all your problems.
Your Highness, Persia's up to its neck. People who aren't even Persians. You know, men like Mordecai the Jew, who don't look like us, don't talk like us, and won't bow down to me. Won't bow down to the king.
You don't say.
I do say, so may I?
The magic words.
If it please the king, may I kill them?
Well, okay. Did you get all that, Xerox?
Yes, sir, but...
But how soon can this take place?
Have you cast a lot?
No, I've had very little time for fishing, sir.
No, bro. Have you cast a lot? You know, toss toss the dice, find the best time for this,
Doomsday?
Well, little Xerxes give you a little Xerculean advice. Everybody's got a future, but you gotta know what the future holds.
I wanna know what the future holds. I wanna know right now. I wanna know what the future holds. Where and how. Who, what, when, where and how.
The Persians use a calendar to plan special days. They cast lots to watch where they land.
But God knows the future, so just trust in Him, for He holds time in the palm of His hand. I wanna know what the future holds. I wanna know right now. I wanna know what the future holds. Who, what, when, where, and how. Who, what, when, where, and how.
God's a strategy to sin and chance. And some seek their future in the stars.
But don't call a psychic for what lies ahead, or lies you'll get with a dragon in charge. I wanna know what the future holds. I wanna know right now. I wanna know what the future holds. Who, what, when, where, and how. Who, what, when, where, and how. We don't know what's coming or what the future holds, but we know who holds the future, and His name is the Lord. It's God alone who knows what the future holds. It's God alone who knows right now. It's God alone who knows what the future holds. Who, what, when, where, and how. Who, what, when, where, and how.
And they cast the pearl.
The lot is cast into the lap,
It fell on the 13th of Adar.
but every decision is from the Lord. I wanna know right now.
Xerox, copy whatever Haman tells you and send messengers to post the decree.
Then read it and weep, Mordecai.
Oh God, I know every decision is from your hand, but I beg you not to forsake your children.
Mordecai, what's wrong?
Haman has written this decree, ordering that all Jewish people are to be killed on the 13th day of the 12th month.
Oh no, this is terrible. Help us, Lord. Oh, Xerox, have you heard the terrible news?
Heard it. I had to write it.
Can Queen Esther help us? Only if she reveals her identity, but then she would be killed with the rest of us.
Oh, Mordecai, what will we do?
Our book says, the king's heart is like channels of water in the hand of the Lord. He turns it wherever he wishes. Susan, take this decree to Esther and ask to beg the king's mercy for God's children.
But the law says that anybody who approaches the king without an invitation will be put to death, even Queen Esther.
Then make sure she reads his note from her cousin Mordecai.
Xerox, follow me.
God be with you.
What? Oh, yes, sir. Thanks.
State your name and purpose for entering the... Oh, sorry, Xerox. I didn't see your press pass. And who's your lady friend?
She's just a Susan with the delivery for the queen.
Is it a present?
Something like that.
Then you present your present to the queen. I made that up myself.
You surely are clever.
Then see the queen. And my name is not Shirley.
Susan, what will you say to the queen?
I'll tell her what she once told me.
A gift from God. This day, this hour, this moment. The present is His gift to you. What will you do with the present?
All are to be put to death on the 13th of Adar? Oh, Susan, this is just the kind of thing Haman would order. But I can't do anything to stop it.
Did you read Mordecai's message?
At the bottom of the decree.
Esther, don't think that because you are queen, you will be spared. For maybe you have become queen for such a time as this. For such a time as this?
Each day is the same 24. 2 dozen hours, no more. Each moment we spend won't come again, for the present turns into the past.
Each sunrise brings promise and hope. A new day to use for the Lord. But the end of the day is a sunset away. So for now, do all that you can. The present is a gift from God. This day, this hour, this moment. The present is His gift to you. What will you do with the present?
Tell my beloved Mordecai, I will go, and if I die, I die. I will not dismiss a time such as this. For now, I'll do all I can.
The present is a gift from God. This day, this hour, this moment. The present is a gift to you. What will you do with the present? What will you do
I will plead for my people.
with the present?
Do you understand the message?
Deuteronomy 31:6. Yes, that verse says, "Be strong and courageous, for the Lord goes with you and will not let you down." I'd say that's a good word for a time such as this.
I will pray for you, Queen Esther.
Yes, ask everyone to fast.
To fast?
For 3 days, no food, no drink, just prayer. On the 3rd day, I will stand before the king. Until then, we will pray that God will change the king's heart in our favor. Will you pray for me, Xerox?
Well, I've never thought much about God, much less about praying, but I sure do like you, Queen Esther, so for your sake, I'll pray.
Thank you. Now both of you, go quickly.
And so God's children fasted and prayed, and on the third day, Esther was to approach the king as recorded by Xerox the scribe.
Xerox, when you enter the court, can you get a message to Esther?
Of course, Mordecai, what is it?
Write this down. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6.
What's that?
It's a promise from our book.
When you're worried, remember these words. When you're afraid, don't forget them. When you're stressed, you'll be blessed if you state your faith like this. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. In every situation, God is in control. No exaggeration. God is in control. Nothing is by chance. God is in control. In every circumstance, my God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. Be strong and have courage. God is in control. Do not be afraid. God is in control. The Lord God is with you. God is in control. He will never fail. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control. God is in control. My God is in control.
Do you understand the message?
Yes. This verse says, "Be strong and courageous, for the Lord goes with you and will not let you down." I'd say that's a good word for a time such as this. May I?
Sorry, Queen Esther. You know I can't let you through without the king's permission.
Yes. And if it pleases the king, may I enter the court?
Esther, how dare you wait so long to come and see me? What's up? What you need?
If it pleases the king, would you and Haman come today to a banquet I have prepared?
Cool. Yo, Haman, it's dinner and a movie with the queen.
Haman?
Bleh. But isn't he the enemy?
Queen Esther, I would be honored to attend your banquet, but you must know I'm vegetarian and somewhat lactose intolerant.
Of course.
All right, let's party.
Look, Mordecai and Xerxes running back from the palace.
Is Queen Esther still alive?
Yes.
Did the king ask for a request?
Did she ask him to spare us?
No! She's wasting time, Mordecai. We need her to act now.
The 13th of Adar will be here before you know it.
You should be bleeding, not eating.
Esther invited the king to a banquet today, and when Xerxes asked for a request, the queen just asked him to join her again tomorrow.
She's wasting time, Mordecai. We need her to act now.
The 13th of Adar will be here before you know it. Yeah, what's she waiting for?
For God, who might want her to wait until the 11th hour of the 12th day of that 13th month.
What do you mean, Mordecai? 11, 12, 13?
My children, God is not our timetable, or Haman's, or anyone else's, because God is not in a hurry, because God is God.
Time means nothing to the Lord of all time. He knows what to do and when to do it. But if God says wait, then wait with faith. He'll come to the rescue at the moment it's best to.
He's got the might, he's got the power. God can work in the 11th hour. He's got the might, he's got the power. God can work in the 11th hour. God can work in the 11th hour. When we have problems, we want to work down now or later on this week, if not sooner. But we should not sweat if he's not answered yet. 'Cause the very last minute isn't late when God is in it. He's got the might, he's got the power. God can work in the 11th hour. He's got the might, he's got the power. God can work in the 11th hour. God can work in the 11th hour. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, nothing you can do o'clock. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, wait a little more o'clock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, it could be 11:59, and he still got time. He's got the might, he's got the power. God can work in the 11th hour. He's got the might, he's got the power. God can work in the 11th hour. God can work in the 11th hour. God can work. God can work. God can work in the 11th hour. God can work in the 11th hour.
Ah, 46 sheep, 47 sheep, 48 sheep. This is the pits. It's 11:59, almost midnight, and I can't go to sleep, especially with all that racket going on outside. I know. Reading the royal record always puts me to sleep.
Yes, sir.
Xerox, would you read me a bedtime story?
Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Mordecai, I know him. As Mordecai sat at the king's gate, he overheard 2 of the king's guards discuss a plot to kill King Xerxes.
Say what?
So Mordecai, who told Queen Esther, who told the king, and when Mordecai's report proved to be true, the guards were hanged.
I don't remember that. And what was done to thank this Mordecai?
According to this account, nothing.
What? No way! Somebody! Anybody!
Hey man, it's Haman.
Yeah, bleh.
Part of the sawdust. I've been building something for you.
Cool, but when somebody does something for the king, what should the king do for them?
Well, you could give that someone a royal robe, size medium, put him on one of your horses, and ride him around the city yelling, "Look what's done for the man who pleases the king."
I like it. Now, go get all that stuff done for Mordecai the Jew.
But I thought you were talking about...
And Xerox, did you get all that? Oh, and you have to take care of that banquet tomorrow, too.
But if
Yes, sir.
But if it please the king,
The new magic words are good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite.
Is this too much or what? It's the middle of the night. Mordecai's sound asleep while Haman is building gallows and planning his death. But when Xerxes can't sleep, God reminds him of Mordecai's good deed, and Haman ends up having to parade Mordecai throughout the city of Susa. Did I just say God did all that? Well, for all that to happen, there's got to be a God, and he has to work the night shift.
While you are sleeping, God's busy keeping his words to you. While you are snoozing, God is refusing to quit. While you are snoring, heaven is pouring its grace. On your Lord, every promise he's made, God will keep. While you're awake, or while you sleep.
While you are napping, God is recapping his plans to you. While you are drooling, my God is ruling the world. While you are resting, angels are blessing the day that's ahead.
Every promise he's made, God will keep. While you're awake, or while you sleep. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. All my problems, every care is in your hands, and I'm leaving them While you are sleeping, God's busy keeping his word to you. While you are snoozing, God is refusing to quit. While you are snoring, heaven is pouring its grace. On your Lord, every promise he's made, God will keep. While you're awake, or while you sleep. Every promise he's made, God will keep. While you're awake, or while you sleep.
So the next day, Esther prepared a second banquet for the king and Haman, as recorded by Xerox the scribe.
what a meal that was. The soy milkshake was especially a nice touch.
Thank you, Haman.
Esther, you are the Persian cat's meow. Making none of that, Xerox.
Yes,
So,
sir.
what you need, up to half the kingdom's gonna be yours.
If it pleases the king, would you spare my life and that of my people?
Your people say what?
This decree says that all God's children will be destroyed on the 13th of Adar. Your Highness, I beg you to reconsider.
I didn't write this. Who did? Who?
It was Haman.
But I thought the queen was Persian. You know, one of us.
Guard! Guard!
What if we just kill Mordecai? He's the one I really want.
Your Highness,
Take him away!
and where should I take him?
Didn't Haman just build some gallows meant for Mordecai the Jew?
Then take him to the gallows and bring Mordecai to me.
Come on, Haman.
Surely you won't hurt me.
I'll do anything the king says. And for the last time, my name's not Shirley.
No!
Yes, God is in control. One second, let me put this back. Read it to us again, Xerox.
One more time. Okay. So Mordecai was brought before the king, who was so impressed that he had adopted Esther and raised her. So the king made Mordecai his new royal advisor, and he allowed him to write a new decree. On the 13th of Adar, all of God's children should defend themselves from anyone who tries to harm them.
That's us.
Oh, thank you, Lord. The Lord is good. Amen.
And now, add this to your book, young man. God's children are to celebrate this day forevermore. And we will call this holiday Purim, after casting of the lots, or Pur.
Thank you, Lord. Amen.
You're right, cousin. We've all learned to trust God. But for one of us, it was the very first time. How would you say it, Xerox?
Well, I've spent all my life copying down everybody else's words. I'm not sure I can explain what's happened.
Maybe I can help.
In that moment when everything comes together and finally you believe beyond your doubt. In that moment when everything's so much better, 'cause finally you know what life's about. In that moment of time, that moment of faith, when you trust in the Lord and His saving grace, you don't know what's ahead, you just know you must stand in that moment when you believe.
In that moment when everyone is praying and you can see just who they are. In that moment when heavenly music's playing and you realize God never was that far.
In that moment of time, that moment of faith, when you trust in the Lord and His saving grace, you don't know what's ahead, you just know you must stand in that moment when you believe. In that moment of time, that moment of faith, when you trust in the Lord and His saving grace, you don't know what's ahead, you just know you must stand in that moment when you believe. In that moment when you
Well, that completes Esther's story and the royal record, but don't you think we should include it in your book, Mordecai?
Oh, there's no doubt that Esther's faith will be right. It will be noted up, right up there with Joshua, the judges, Ruth, Samuel, Ezra, and Nehemiah.
Oh, cousin Mordecai, it wasn't me. It was God who was with me.
Well, for now, I've got the whole scoop on Esther and everything God has done.
Extra, extra, read all about it. The Queen has changed her nation's name. Spread the word within and without. It's a day of celebration.
such an ordinary day. 'Cause God is in control, God is in control, God is in control, my God is in control. God is in control, God is in control, God is in control, my God is in control. God is in control, God is in control, my God is in control. God is in control, God is in control, God is in control, my God is in control. So show your most extraordinary, Esther-Ordinary faith.
We are so thankful. Tan agradecidos to the kids. I guess you can give them another round of applause if you want.